like? I mean, the first time you played Santa Barbara, you didn't have Kristen, and to have her back in the lineup for it, I mean, how important is that?
Yeah, she really helped. She's a really big part of our offense, and like fortunately we have other hitters too. We have other hitting options, and like Carly, our middle, is able to step up too, even when she's not in. But Kristen definitely helps us, and yeah.
Would Santa Barbara do anything different? I mean, it looked like they were trying to obviously shut down Burlow. Did you have to really mix things up even more tonight than usual?
A little bit, yeah. Because I think since we didn't have Kristen last time, they were definitely expecting me to set her a lot, and so I definitely had to get to balance setting her and setting the other hitters, and so because they are staying right on her the whole time. So
talk about just coming into this season, the expectations. I mean, and then you beat the DP twice, you beat Santa Barbara, and now you're one game away from winning the league title.
It's oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. To think that our program has come this far, and after so long, it's great. I'm so glad to be part of this team and be with these players. Thank you.
Guys were able to come back after that. What happened in the third game?
Basically, we just picked our energy up, and our coach was really talking to us about focusing on each point, one point at a time, and that really helped us. Just not worrying about the whole game, but 1 point.
Were you guys? I mean, what was the mood of the team after that game?
After the third game.
After the third game.
We were determined just to step it up and keep playing hard and keep working.
Well, tell me what, you beat DP last week in 5, and you beat Santa Barbara in 5. How does that feel?
That just feels great. We've all been working so hard in practice, and games are just coming out ready to play, and it's awesome. We feel cool team.
Well, talk about the defense. That's what you guys really played some pretty good defense. They got some good hitters.
We were all groveling. Jordan and Corey played amazing, and so did Emily and Stas in the back row. It was such a team effort.
Well, how about the serving? Because serving was usually key, especially at the start of that fifth game.
We had some runs. It was really good. I think we all served really consistently, which was important. Our coach really talks to us about serving flat and low over the net, so to get our opponents out of system.
Well, congratulations. Great job.
Right back.
Did you guys really change anything offensively, or?
No, we didn't really change anything other than we just had to change our mindset. We just had to go for it, so yeah.
Can you talk about some of your hits today? You guys were really in the zone, especially in that fifth set.
Yeah, at first we had some trouble figuring out the first game. So then the second and third, we just our coaches told us to aim deep corners because they had a really good block up. So we had to change and adjust to that. So we did.
Can you talk about how important it is to beat in the Channel League race to win this match?
Well, we would be out of first place if we lost this match. It was so important, and we haven't won since 2002. So this is a really big deal. So now we just have to beat Buena. So we're gonna look to do that.
How are you finally able to break down the Santa Barbara defense? They're really solid at the beginning, but you guys kind of wear them down as they go.
Well, they're very similar to a lot of teams in our league. They're very scrappy. They play a lot of defense. So from Ventura, Buenos, Santa Barbara DP, we kind of see the same things. So we knew that it was going to take multiple times for that ball to go over the net before we could put a ball down. So we have some guns and we used them all, and they played pretty well.
We'll talk about the huge turnaround from Game 3 to Game 4. You pretty much gave Game 3 away, and then to regroup like that and to win out.
We did, and there was, unfortunately some bad calls that went in through, against us and against them, I think, in all 5 games, but, you can't let the refs predict the game and do all that stuff. But, they stayed composed, and that is, for a young team like this, it's great.
We'll talk about your conversation you had after Game 3. What did you say to your team to get them back focused and just forget Game 3?
That's what we said. You got to forget it. And we really, stress has been a kind of a season thing, is we stress, going point to point, 1 point at a time. That game's over. There's nothing we can do about it. So now we get to start over at 0-0. So we get to start over. And they're really good about putting all that behind them.
What was your message to the team going to that 5th set?
Game to 15. It's what we do, like every day in practice. Game to 15. It's the most fun, most energy, most exciting. It goes by like that, and it did. It was great.
Well, you got a great start. Carly's serve really set the tone there.
She does. She's got a great serve, and we're lucky to have that from a middle who's, most middles don't necessarily have great serves. She's got a great serve, and then we used her in the end of the game. She's been great for us this season.
How about the diversity of your attack? A lot of people got involved today. The Allen sisters were good. Burlow did everything. We kind of talked about all the weapons you guys have.
We do. We have a lot of weapons, and we are figuring out. Andy's doing a fantastic job of recognizing who is on, who's hot, and who we should set in certain situations. And she's still learning that, but she has done leaps and bounds, really running our offense. And she throws her body all over the floor. She has run this team, and she had a fantastic night. She really did.
Did you think going into the season you could sweep those Pueblos and take Santa Barbara in 5, and now you're 1 game away from winning the Channel League?
Did you think that I don't know. I didn't have any expectation going into this season. We've been a building program since I've been here, and we knew we had the talent. Just putting it all together is always the unknown, and they have stepped up to the plate, and they've done everything that we've asked and more.
Girls, I really like how they pushed. I like how they, fought. I like how they, played. But we just can't afford to get down. And we go down 3-0 in that first set. It's, it's just a shame.
Yeah. Well, you got. After the great comeback in set 3, if you could build on that, it didn't happen.
No. So, and the thing is that, we are just not physical enough against a bigger block, a bigger team, things like that. Producing only 43 kills in a 5-set match is, it's just not enough.
Yeah.
We need to have 10, 12 kills per set, and in a 5-set match, if you've got 43 kills, you're averaging 8 point whatever kills per set. That's not enough. You need to be up in the 12, 13, 14 range to win, and that's where we are. So, or that's where we needed to be, and we weren't.
You got to talk about the difficulty of stopping their attack. It seems like they use Burlow as a decoy kind of a lot.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And she's up, and then they are able to push the ball outside. And there were some times where they really got the ball outside to their strong pin hitters. And then in I think it was the second set, they got things going to their opposite. So, they just did a really good job of moving the ball around. I think Andy doesn't get a lot of credit, but she's a very good setter, and she puts up a really hittable ball for those girls. And really, that's what you need out of your setter is not do anything spectacular, but put up a ball that's very hittable for your big hitters, and she does that pretty well. So. Right now we're 4-3, and we got DP not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday after our big tournament. And I think that's going to be really a great match for us to go out to DP. And we lost that 16-14 5-setter last time we played, so we're going to see what we can do this time, and see if we can get them this time.